Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I'm just going to adjust my camera there. It's wonderful to have you all here tonight, this very rainy evening in Philadelphia. I hope you are safe and dry wherever you happen to be. If you'd like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you'd like to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head on over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description, as are all of my social media and my email newsletter. And for those of you who might be new, welcome in. Go ahead, click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself, set any intentions for your greater good. I'm so happy to have you here. Let's actually go ahead in just a moment. But first, if you do have any requests for your personal well-being, we're going to get things started off with a beautiful crystal grid built exactly to all of your requests. So go ahead, put those requests in the chat now. And then we will, at the end of the evening, we will get to the Reiki session where I will send some healing to you wherever you happen to be. So let's dive in, take a peek at that grid in progress, and keep on building. Awesome. So here we go. So this is the start of our grid as usual. We have a mirror to help reflect any kind of negative energy that we just don't need here. We've also got some copper. Copper helps to create a nice flow for the energy and break up any blockages. And of course, the spiral is sacred to healers. So let's go on ahead, say hi to everyone, and start building. So far, we've got, Patty, it's great to see you, Patty and Orky. T, Kath, Chris, Sue. Oh, I'm so sorry. We'll bring you lots of love and support for sure. Vic. And Danielle, welcome in. Renee Sims. 10. I feel like, Renee, you mentioned about being the 10th like, and I'm just like, all I could think of was like the count from Sesame Street. 10, ah ha ha. Flower, good to see you. Jenny, lots of love. Bavini, lots of love for you too. Welcome in and welcome. Flower, can you just put all the stones in? Rough day. I completely understand. Yeah, it's been a rough day for a lot of folks. Y'all are not alone. Okay, cool. Good requests for all of these things too. And still not still. Lots of love. Okay, so let's get into everybody's request. I'm so sorry it's been a rough day. Let's make it better. So let's see. Request for helping heal from trauma when the trauma is ongoing. Gotcha. So we'll do that first. And then muscle fatigue, general energy, resting in peace of mind. All of those are amazing. So we were going to get to everybody's requests before we dive into the Reiki. We will be here for a good long while and enjoying each other's company. So let's go ahead in with trauma, including trauma that's going on right now. Probably the most powerful stone for dealing with any kind of trauma, whether it's old and reactivated or very present or both, is black obsidian. Obsidian is a type of volcanic glass and very much naturally occurring. It can be made in a lab too, but it is absolutely beautiful for absorbing any kind of deep, deep pain and allowing us to ground and feel reconnected to our sense of safety, the root chakra, the sense of grounding, being in our body, giving us a little bit more of a chance to kind of think things through. So this can be very, very helpful. So that is black obsidian. It's good for all types of trauma, acute or reactivated older trauma, or just healing the remnants of older trauma. Also helpful for like physical shock. It's very protective, and it's even helpful for nervous pets and animals. I'm also going to bring in red jasper. This helps with the root chakra, and it can be really empowering. So if there is anything you can do about the trauma, this will be one that helps you to feel empowered to stand in your purpose and try to make that happen. Don't know that that's the case, and I'm super sorry either way. But yeah, empowerment, fighting injustice and bullying, and also rebalancing and reinvigorating the root chakra, which is basic needs, primal urges, fight or flight, all of those like very basic things. Helps too with that psychic and spiritual protection, as well as support for like long-term illness, long-term injury, and also for like more serious cases of depression. This can be supportive of. And of course, I always mention this at some point during the stream, but I don't feel like anything I do is meant to be a replacement for any kind of traditional or modern therapies at all. I feel like this is a complement to everything else. So by no means am I suggesting like, don't take medicine, just hang out with crystals. Quite the opposite. Whichever you choose to do outside of here is completely up to you. Reiki practitioners, crystal people, we're not qualified to like advise on those things, but I'm really happy to bring all of the support that I possibly can to all of you as you walk the path that you need. And we have a kitty visitor. And let's face it, the kitties, they do help. Hey, come on up. Oh, you want to hide in the blanket? Yeah? Do you want to be close to me or the blankie? You let me know. Oh, by the way, I crochet. Yeah. Oh, both. Nice. There's a cat on my lap that's wrapped in a blanket. Awesome. But I'm so sorry. Still not still. Lots of love, and I hope that that's helpful. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help. And for Danielle, muscle fatigue. And that's good for that. General energy. And peace of mind. So there's a couple of stones that are excellent for muscle stuff. One of them, like you're describing, more of like a fatiguing and kind of, which almost presents like a weakness. So one thing that we have is pink tourmaline. Pink tourmaline can be really helpful not only for that muscular issue, but also for any kind of gynecologic issues, migraines and headaches, as well as neuralgia. It's wonderful for mother-baby bonding and for breaking down a negative self-image so you can start to build a better self-image for yourself. So that is pink tourmaline. For energy, let's bring in Bumblebee Jasper. This helps with physical energy and strength, as well as mental focus and clarity and motivation, feeling like you can and want to dig in and get things done. Really helpful for collaborative work, or if you're working alone, it empowers manifestation and decision making. It's also, just a heads up, this has quite a bit of sulfur as well as arsenic in it, Bumblebee Jasper. So do be careful with it. But it is a very potent stone of energy and feeling like you want to get into things. And for inner peace, we have a few great stones for that too, but I love Snowflake Obsidian. This is wonderful for inner peace and harmony, and also finding hope after any kind of loss. It's great for calming overstimulation and balancing the body-mind-spirit connection. It also helps with releasing guilt, and it's seriously great for clairaudience. And that's the intuition that we hear, like our spiritual hearing. So that is Snowflake Obsidian. So definitely two types of obsidian right off the bat. So it's a very deep day. So I hope that that helps, Danielle. And I think you had one too, helping you get helping you with your partner. There's a great stone for relationships called Carnelian, which is helpful for everything having to do with the sacral chakra. That's the second chakra. It's right beneath the navel. This is everything about relationships, sexuality, and fertility, as well as creativity. So whether it's your close, intimate relationships or how you relate to the world more broadly, this is a lovely help. It definitely helps with any kind of sexual function or dysfunction, as well as helping to attract a soulmate type partnership and attract love. And like I said, creativity in a big way. So this one's also good for colds, allergies, and wound healing. So that is Carnelian. So all the best to you. Awesome. Jenny and T. So T, we have support for seasonal depression, abundance, opening lines of communication, and the energy to get tasks done. Definitely. This will be helpful with the energy to get tasks done. But let's also do seasonal effective type stuff. Let's bring in zoicite for now. I know there's going to be other ones that come up too, because that's been a common request. Opening lines of communication. Energy to get tasks done. Bumblebee Jasper helps. Polychrome Jasper does too. So Polychrome Jasper is a stone that gives us lots of physical energy and lots of motivation, lots of confidence too. This one really makes us feel like I can't wait to get these things done, especially things that are in alignment with your greater purpose. Helps to definitely bring about not only that mental, like, yes, I want to get into this, but the physical kind of oomph to get there. It's a wonderful stone too for the lower extremities and to help encourage movement. So if you feel like you've been sedentary, if you feel like you're holding back on going out and walking or anything like that, this is a lovely stone to help you get motivated to get moving. It also helps joint health in much that same way. So that is Polychrome Jasper. For abundance, we have some citrine. This is superb for financial gain and making good financial decisions. Helpful too for addictions and compulsions. So definitely for those of you who are working on quitting smoking. Helpful too for balancing logic with intuition. It's great for fibromyalgia pain as well as nausea. So let's bring this in. That is citrine. Let's bring in that abundance for us all. Fantastic. And I did put a post up on the Instagram and on the community tab, just a heads up. We have one heck of a rainstorm that is supposed to get really, really windy and get much worse as the stream continues. If for some reason the stream suddenly goes dark, that's probably why, but hopefully everything will be fine. But just putting that out there. If that does happen, I may bring something back up on my phone as a stream, or just trust that I'll be sending the energy anyway. Because I will, because where else am I going to go? What else am I going to do? So let's talk about those communication lines. Let's bring in some Sodalite. This is expression and communication. Expression and communication through spoken word and also through writing, as well as performance and painting and all of the ways in which you can truly express yourself. So we'll bring this in. It's also helpful specifically for grounding impulses and dealing with things like homesickness. This is a great stone for that. Also helps with menopause, as well as any factors that are around aging. So that is Sodalite. It's also, if you struggle with Mercury retrogrades, Sodalite is a wonderful ally for that time. It really helps with that fraught communication. Seasonal effective type stuff, I definitely have some stones for that. The first I'm going to bring in is zoicite. This is a stone that has a lot to offer as far as connection to nature and also releasing any kind of negative energy. So this can kind of help clear what's there and help you feel a little bit more connected to nature at a point in the year when it's really hard to be. Helpful too for breaking down apathy, sluggishness, and it's one that encourages you to face your problems and start to tackle that to-do list. If you procrastinate or if you get overwhelmed, this is one that helps you to see things in smaller bite-sized pieces so that you can start making a difference on your goals. So let's bring in zoicite. Wonderful. All the best to you. All the best to you, T. Thank you for being here. Oh, and you requested some too. Even better. Okay, so Stonewise, Picture Jasper, Bumblebee, good call. Tourmalinated Quartz and Garnet. So Tourmalinated Quartz is always a good call. And Garnet is always a good call. So Garnet. Garnet helps with organization, creativity, and finding the most practical way to go about doing just about anything. This is one that helps you take a fresh look at things and say, like, there's got to be a better way. Let's suss it out. Helpful too for finding balance and strength in times of change. And I know there's so many folks this time of year that are trying to get organized, like right after the holidays and after New Year's. Garnet and lapis can both be really helpful for that. So there's Garnet. Garnet is also January's birthstone. Tourmalinated quartz is black tourmaline running through quartz. And anytime you work with black tourmaline, by the way, helps to repel negative energy, keeping it at bay. Going through this crystal helps it to break up old stuck energy that's deep within. So like old childhood stuff, if you're doing trauma work and it just brings the whole kit and caboodle with you every time you can't piece things apart, this might be helpful. Also wonderful for not just emotional scar tissue, but physical scar tissue as well. It helps with new jobs, new gigs, new revenue streams, any way of earning money, as well as finding a new job specifically, and helpful too for fortune and luck, as well as protecting travelers, particularly by car. And we do use this one quite a bit. It is so helpful for keeping things going in the financial department, as well as breaking up energy blockages. So there we go. Just trying to balance it out with the bottom there a little bit. Let's go ahead and bring in two, it doesn't matter what color the quartz is, by the way. So I'm thinking I'm actually going to use this piece of tourmalinated quartz. There we go. Awesome. And Picture Jasper. Good call. So if anyone is kind of like brainstorming what they want their future to look like, we've got the perfect stone. Picture Jasper helps you envision what could be next and possibilities and potentials for things. It helps with seeing the big picture, which is also great when you're like planning a new venture or a new adventure, a new travel venture, whatever the case may be. It's wonderful for releasing hidden fears. It's thought to be really supportive of kidney health, and it's thought to help with quitting smoking. Wonderful too for like big types of travel, like moving abroad or going someplace that like it's a very different culture or a different language is spoken. This can be a particularly helpful stone. But yeah, if you want to like think and dream big about your future, Picture Jasper. Also potentially sunstone and aventurine, but we'll get there. So good to see you, T. Okay, awesome. Flower says we can just put all the stones in. Rough day. Oh, I know Polychrome has been really working for you. Or it has in the past. Let me know if there's anything specific, but I will keep thinking of things to put in for you. Seasonal depression help. Female stuff. Okay, gotcha. Female stuff, definitely pink tourmaline, but we'll also bring in some Indigo Gabro. Indigo Gabro is helpful for, actually, I'll bring in a small one. Indigo Gabro is really helpful for finding the ways in which we get in our own way, almost like shadow healing. We take a deep, honest look at ourselves and see what we need to shift or adjust to make our life better. It's also wonderful for period pain, menopause, all kinds of GYN stuff, as well as integrating your spiritual connection and for any kind of intuitive work, including more clear and vivid dreams. So that is Indigo Gabro, which also goes by Mystic Merlinite. So we'll put that there for now. We'll see where it ends up. So I hope that that helps. And seasonal depression, I'm also going to bring in and this will help too. Okay, so let me just double check the chat. Hey, ABC, Flower. Oh, Jen, absolutely. Go ahead, do what you need to do. It's good to see you. Awesome. And we have Guy. It's good to see you. Okay. MC Spiritual Healer. Ninja 4858, great to see you. Lila Ray. Yeah, Guy, it is very cold here in Philly. Well, no, I take that back. It's 50 degrees. It's 55 degrees in freedom units. I forget what that is in other degrees. It's well above freezing. It's not that bad. It's more just like we've had so much rain. We're a little worried about trees coming down because the ground is soaked. Awesome. And Kath, good to see you. Oh, I hear a Gertie. Gertie, do you want to come up too? Here, there's room. Oh, both babies are crying over who gets my lap. Come on. There's enough room for everybody in the rocking chair. Okay, cool. So, food issues, weight, gotcha. Feeling connected, self-worth. There might be a kitty visiting. Yeah, are you going to bless our grid? Yeah. Yeah, you can give us some purrs there, little one. Are you going to climb on top of your sister? You are. You're going to sit on your sister's head? You two are too much. Okay, so let's look for some self-worth and some confidence. Let's bring in some zebra jasper. And oh my goodness, both of you are on my lap. Okay, Zebra Jasper helps with a number of things I think could be really supportive for Jen, but I think a few of us here. This helps with stress and being overwhelmed, and also standing up for ourselves in the face of being overwhelmed. It's great for feeling more empowered. It also supports things like muscle spasms. It gives us a lot of initiative and helps us break out of feeling in a rut. It's one too that helps with if you have like apathy, like why bothers. This is helpful. Also good for bones. And so I'm going to bring this in because I feel like sometimes the overwhelm of life is just more than enough, more than we need. So I'm going to bring that in first, and then I'm going to focus more on specifically what you kind of asked, because I feel like this will generally be supportive for everyone. So that's Zebra Jasper. For more seasonal effective type stuff, let's bring in green kyanite. This is another one that helps us to reconnect with our, oops, dropping rocks on cats. That's what we were doing. It helps with our connection to nature. And it's also superb for balancing our spiritual side with our like mundane life. Helps too with gaining wisdom through intuition and connecting with plants and nature and feeling one with the earth. Helps too with the throat, chest, lungs, asthma, upper respiratory infections, colds. This is one that we put out a lot during the Omicron variant, and it was very helpful for lots of folks. So that is green kyanite. And oh my goodness, cats, you're gonna bend my knees backwards. Kitties, it's not that cold. You don't need my lap. Okay. I'm also gonna bring in Aqua Ora. This is a general well-being kind of one for depressive stuff. I struggle with depression, and I do all the things for it, including taking meds and meditating and doing Reiki and hanging out with this stone. Aqua Ora is a stone that started its life as clear quartz, and it was transformed into this blue stone through a process, a man-made process using gold. And a lot of these stones that are the aura stones, some folks don't want to work with them because they're altered. I get that. But I personally spent some time with this stone, and it definitely helped. So this is a good one for depression. I've personally tried it, so I will bring it in. I hope it brings all of you the same rewards it brought me. And I'm going to try to adjust myself. Okay, there we go. And for food issues and weight gain and wanting to lose weight, appetite is really helpful for all of those things. It's helpful for having a better relationship with food overall, whatever that looks like for you, whether or not that involves weight loss. It also helps with learning about our soul's purpose and kind of feeling courageous enough to act upon that. Wonderful too for inner peace and harmony, and for strengthening our energy field or our aura. That can be really helpful when it comes to those of us who are a little bit more empathic, where we might accidentally take on the energy of others. It can basically help strengthen the part of us that happens at, to kind of prevent that. And in general, another stone that can help with connection to the earth is Mookite. So Mookite also goes by Australia Jasper. It's helpful for making decisions and for accepting change. It's also supportive of bladder pain and calming down digestion if that's overactive. It's wonderful too for adventure, motivation, and all of the things that have to do with connection to nature and feeling like you're a part of things. Wonderful too for the thyroid, bloating, and circulation. So again, this is Mookite or Australia Jasper. Let's put this here and here. Comes in a number of colors from burgundy to mustard with beige in between. And I hope that helps. Also, I want to give you some sitting with uncomfortable feelings. Yeah, So one that can be really helpful there is Septarian. This is a stone that helps the solar plexus. That's the center of personal identity, free will, and prioritizing your wants, needs, and desires in life. Your individuality, your uniqueness, everything that makes you you. So it can definitely help confidence. This one also helps muscle pain and spasms, so definitely on the docket tonight. Helpful for wounds and skin healing, but also great for emotional growth and emotional maturity, as well as supporting us when we're feeling vulnerable around either our, the healing we need to do, or just feeling vulnerable in general. This can be really supportive. Helpful too for finding the underlying causes, beliefs, and things that might be underneath, like a habit that you're going through. I don't know that impacts you, but it's a good thing to know for other folks. But this is one that can help you feel that when you need to be in your feelings and it's deeply uncomfortable, this is one that helps you feel safe being vulnerable. So I hope that helps, and lots of love to you, Jen. You're lovely. I'm so sorry you're going through it. Bavini, you're currently sick. Request to speed up the healing. Yep, you got it. We can bring in some moss agate. This helps the body. It's actually sacred. It's, highly revered in Chinese medicine, moss agate, because this stone is thought to help basically help the body get the upper hand with anything that's moving quickly through it, whether it's bacterial, virus, any number of things. It's also really helpful with connection to our, like if we're doing mental health work, this helps us connect to our inner child as well as our higher self. And it's wonderful for connection to spirit and unconditional love too. So yeah, it's great for physical healing, but it's really a mind, body, spirit stone for sure. So that's moss agate, and I certainly hope you feel better soon. Yeah, it is a rough day. Oh, you got a new home. I'm so glad, Vic. Getting rid of bugs from the new home, being safe, getting along with housemates. Emotional stability, wisdom. Gotcha. Another stone for emotions is Lepidolite. Joints, let's bring in the Howl Light. Trying to think for getting rid of bugs. Definitely. There's a lot of things that you could put out to like help keep a space clear. Most insects are attracted to electromagnetic fields. Like this might give some people the creepy crawlies. If you're walking through an apartment or a house or something and there's a really bad infestation, you may actually see their leavings around outlets and in electronics, like in refrigerators, in microwaves. So anytime that there's like bad electromagnetic frequencies, the kind of things that can impact some people in a negative way, bugs love them. Something that keeps those electromagnetic fields kind of at bay and kind of helps people that are sensitive to them be a little less sensitive to them is Shungite. So maybe this will help. This also helps with recovery and tissue repair, as well as releasing emotional pain, stress, and energy blocks. So I don't think there's anyone here who couldn't find this helpful. Also wonderful, like I said, for the electromagnetic fields, but clearing the energy field in general, Shungite is really helpful. So yeah, I hope that helps set the intention that may the energy be more harmonious to humans than, little creepy crawlies. For the joints, we'll put in some Howl Light. Howl Light is really helpful for the joints and the bones, whether it's like bone integrity or long time aches, pains, things that might come up once in a while, or things that are really acute, like a dislocation or a fracture. This supports all the health there. It's our favorite stone for joint pain. Emotionally speaking, it's wonderful for anger, resentment, and frustration, which are so hard to deal with. So I feel like everyone could be helped by Howl Light. So let's bring that in for some joint love. For some emotional support, we've got some Lepidolite. Yep, Lepidolite is lithium mica. Yes, lithium. Lithium is used as a prescription in mental health today and has been since like the 40s. Something else that I learned recently about Lepidolite until the 1940s, it was in 7-Up. This was the thing that they were mentioning in 7-Up. Like, it was Lepidolite soda. It was lithium soda. Definitely, I mean, it's not unsafe to ingest it. What can happen if you do ingest it? Not everyone responds favorably to lithium. So this is why it's no longer in soda. I mean, we used to put a very special powder that definitely wakes you up into Coca-Cola, and that's no longer there either. I mean, I wouldn't recommend DIYing this. Definitely not for direct infusions. But if you want to use it as, you know, a substance for mental health, it's a prescription for a reason. If you want to hang out with it in your pocket for all of the same intentions, that's much safer. Lepidolite or lithium, this is one that can help you to find some stability within your emotions, and also, if needed, see the underlying beliefs and patterns and things like that that need to be addressed so that you can deal with them and let them go. It's wonderful to help soothe and calm the emotions and even understand them too. So this is a great one for just feeling better. Also helps with discernment, especially around should I stay, should I go. So that is Lepidolite. We will put that in here. So yeah, we used to put it in soda, but we used to put other things in soda too. I don't think that means you should put it in your own water and drink it. I'm not a fan of direct gem infusions, and there's a lot of reasons for that. But yeah, hang out with it in your pocket instead. Or go on Etsy and buy some beautiful jewelry someone made with it instead. For sure. So I hope that helps. Making positive friends and in your new community and neighborhood. Let's do some honey calcite. This helps with optimism in difficult times, as well as supporting postmenopausal women, which include me. And it's great for attracting the best people into your life right here and now, whether that's friends, new neighbors, new colleagues. Superb for like really balancing between that solar plexus, your center of self, and the sacral, your relationship center, help you to find and connect with the best people for you. So all the best to you and all the best in your new home. I hope it goes well. Awesome. Bringing up the right support, balancing, and being kind to yourself. Yeah, let's do definitely dragon's blood or dragon's stone. I've heard it called both. This is a combination of epidote and pymonite, and it is, you can see why it gets called dragon's stone or dragon's blood. I think both are appropriate. But this is great for grief and loss, as well as like helping you process those difficult feelings without getting stuck in self-pity in a way that's not helpful. It's also superb for cultivating the courage and strength to change, learning from your mistakes, and having patience with yourself. Wonderful too for the immune system as well as the nervous system, and in general, confidence, optimism, happiness, and wisdom. So that is dragon's blood or dragon's stone. So I hope that helps. And yeah, third for seasonal depression and grief. I'm so sorry Dexter went over the rainbow bridge. It's sad. It's never good, but I hope it was as peaceful and comforting as it could have been. Let's bring you all of the love. Let's bring some jet. my favorite grief stone. So this is superb for grief, whether it's the loss of a spouse or someone close to you, and especially for the loss of animal companions. Wonderful for protection too. Protection from paranormal stuff, the evil eye, anything nasty, very protective. Also helps with anyone who might be working in or near or adjacent to a hospice situation, whether it's someone close to you or if that's like your job. This is a type of wood that's been fossilized through very intense heat, usually volcanoes. So that is jet. And wow, this is getting a little crooked. So let me... That's much better. Okay. So let's bring in some jet. I'll bring that here and here. So lots of love to you. And I feel like black onyx will help a lot of us. So black onyx helps with grief and a lot of protection. Also helps out with relieving self-doubt and bringing in a lot of self-confidence and self-esteem. Helpful for grounding fear and anxiety, as well as ancestor connection too. So that is black onyx. It's one of my more favorite grief stones too, but my honest and truly favorite one is jet. So there is onyx. All the love to you. I'm so sorry. And I see all of Chris's requests. I'm going to work those all in for sure. Little tree, I hope you're doing well. Little tree, I'm so glad you're here. Let's definitely bring in some animal healing stones for Chris and Ava. So leopard skin jasper and desert rose selenite are our favorite animal healing stones. What? So desert rose selenite is really helpful for not only healing animals and their general wellness and well-being, but also helpful for the many consistent steps we have to take to make consistent changes, like big change, for big goals and big ideals that you're working towards. Helpful too for redefining ourselves after loss or in the face of change. And wonderful too for relieving an upset stomach, acne, eczema, as well as fighting off viruses. So this can definitely help with being sick. Also wonderful for men's health too. So, and when it comes to specifically things like finding housing or any kind of paperwork involving housing, desert rose selenite is thought to be particularly helpful. Oh no, making a mess. Yeah, it's just that kind of a day, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, and leopard skin jasper very much helps with the healing of animals. This is one that also helps to attract a soulmate, and it can be wonderful for coordination and balance. Helpful too for connecting with our animal guides and guardians, and healing really anything that impacts the skin. So let's bring that in. Man, I'm like Captain Clumsy today. I don't know what's going on with me. So lots of love to you, Chris. And I'll keep working these in as we go. Kath, emotional healing, attracting loving relationships, establishing a self-care routine, and building confidence. I love that. I'm trying to think of the best stone. So emotional healing, there's a lot of good ones. I think Septarian's going to really help you. Loving relationships will definitely bring in. So we've got Carnelian and we've got leopard skin jasper, both of which help attract good soulmate relationships. Moonstone is also helpful for that. Moonstone is also wonderful for trusting divine timing, feeling connected to the cycles, rhythms, and patterns of nature, including the lunar cycles. It's great for connection to the divine feminine, for women's health, for connection to ancient spiritual practices and wellness practices, as well as just intuition and releasing patterns that no longer serve. So we're going to bring this in. I'm going to just pop that under the Desert Rose Selenite. Moonstone I often think of in alignment with the High Priestess card in the tarot. It's like very connected. And so if that keeps coming up for you in your readings, consider working with Moonstone. There we go. Establishing a self-care routine. Amazonite. Amazonite is one that helps with reminding us to take care of ourselves, especially those among us who tend to think of ourselves last. It's great for self-respect and self-care. So this can really help you with that, like seeing how you deserve that self-care. Great too for just general calming, as well as helping the spine and spinal nerves, and luck in like winnings or anything. So I'm not a gambling person, but if you like to play the lottery, maybe throw some Amazonite in your bag. Also, tourmalinated quartz would be helpful. Yeah, there we go. So that's Amazonite. And building confidence. And because confidence is definitely on the docket tonight, let's bring in the yellow calcite. This is optimism, self-confidence, prioritizing your wants, needs, and desires, and living life on your terms, releasing any need or feeling that you need approval for things. So lots of confidence. This really helps support a healthy, balanced solar plexus or center of self. So lots of confidence there. So let's go ahead and bring these in. And all the best to you. Lots of love. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, it snowed in the Northlands today. Oh, pretty. It's pretty when we're inside and warm, isn't it? Cool. Let's do... Gotcha. Those are some good ones, Patty. Let's do... I think we all could use a little bit of pink kunzite. This is lovely. This is compassion. Like, I always feel the Kuan Yin close when I hold it. Sorry about that. Wonderful too for commitment-based loving relationships and for opening up our heart to love again after heartbreak. Helpful for hormones, chemical sensitivities, and like those kind of mild skin allergies that might come with it. Wonderful for neuralgia, feeling better after anesthesia, especially if you're someone who really responds not so great to that, as well as help for new mothers, as well as sleepless babies. So we will bring this in. Yeah, lots of love, a deeply loving, compassionate stone. Compassion for ourselves, compassion for others, compassion from others. So there we go. That is pink kunzite. Yeah, let's do some Azurite, Chevron Amethyst, and Fuchsite. Epidote. Epidote is one that helps with recovery from illness and injury. And it's also really helpful for the brain. It's always indicated in literature I see for Parkinson's that this, if any stone could help, this would be the one. Wonderful too for helping our nervous system and our skin, but especially, and I know this from experience, working with this one to help change our inner monologue. If we talk down to ourselves, if we're mean to ourselves, it helps to shift that. So yeah. Negative self-talk. This definitely helps with breaking that habit and refocusing it. So that's Epidote. Fuchsite is one that will also help Kath a little bit, maybe with making that time for self-care. Fuchsite helps with joy and fun, and just joy and fun for the sake of it. That helps us to reconnect and recalibrate and just kind of refill the empty cup. Wonderful too for carpal tunnel as well as spinal alignment and better sleep. But it's really a stone of like, if you struggle to be like, I'm just going to take care of myself and just have fun today for the sake of it, and you still feel bad about it, hang out with some Fuchsite. It'll make it a lot easier. Also, let's see. Chevron Amethyst. This helps with anything that's degenerative, as well as helps with tolerance of others. It also helps to take the intentions that we have or the manifestations that we have and bring them up to spirit, while also helping us better hear any kind of responses that are coming back. Helpful too for visionary work and clairvoyance, things like journeying, like shamanic journeying. Let's see, where do we want to put this? Feeling here for now. Yeah, if you are somebody who like sees things visually in terms of intuition, this is a really helpful stone. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. And Azurite is excellent for creativity, as well as insight, intuition, and really just awakening our spiritual side. It helps with spiritual wisdom and relieves a lot of worry and indecision. It can be very helpful with breaking down energy blockages, as well as the obstacles, the very real world obstacles that might be in our way to our goals. Helpful too for connecting with spirit guides, as well as calming the mind during meditation and energy work. So that is Azurite, and I think we can see why it gets its name. What a pretty blue. So that's Azurite. Awesome. And I'll bring in Peacock Ore towards the end. So I'll have that here. Oh, and Red Tiger Eye. Red Tiger Eye helps with protection. Whether it's from your regular mundane run-of-the-mill bully or from malevolent spiritual work. Either way, this is very helpful. It also helps with manifesting quick financial abundance, and we can't fault it for that now, can we? But yeah, Red Tiger Eye, super protective and also really beautiful. So we'll bring this in. Awesome. Thank you for being here, Patty. Hey, Catherine. Good to see you. Oh, I hope your friend doesn't end up in the hospital, Little Tree. Oh, we will send definitely to your friend's health. Absolutely. Kribaz, yes, I did. Yes, I did promote this on Eventbrite. Yes, I did. And yeah, a lot of you found this channel through Eventbrite. Yeah, that's still you too? I love Eventbrite. I always find cool stuff on Eventbrite. And cool people always find me on Eventbrite. It's a pretty great thing. I'm also on Meetup. But I have like mixed success on that platform. Let's see. Who did I just skip? No, I skipped somebody. There we go. Access infinite energy and quantum immortality. Guy, I think that's a great and noble request. And I wish you all the luck from getting that from the universe, because it can't hurt to ask. Infinite energy, quantum immortality. If there's anything that's close to that, it's going to be Prenite. Prenite helps with things like prophecy, lucid dreaming, divination work, all of those kind of intuitive things. And when I hear things like access to infinite energy and immortality and stuff, a lot of times it's like lucid dream adjacent. This also helps with helping the mind to stop wandering when you're trying to do energy work or meditate or anything. Helps with facilitating a lovely classroom space for any kind of learning or teaching, but particularly spiritual stuff, and helpful too for refusing unfair demands. So that is Prenite, Prenite. I do have some in the crystal shop, but it is like a rough tumble, not quite clear like that. Cool. All the best. Flower, you are also under a blanket you crocheted. Renee, it looks really complicated, but honestly, I only crochet straight things anymore. Like people can do beautiful stitches, but I am just, by the time I'm down to crochet, it's like the end of the night. I am not there for counting, counting stitches. I know where the end is and I know how to turn around. So I will make scarves and I will make blankets. That's pretty much it. Maybe pillows, because those are also square shaped. But yeah, I'm no magician by any means. I know one stitch. And I can do that stitch, and that's all. It's pretty yarn. That's really the difference. Lila Ray, intention is to stop worrying. Definitely have some good stones for calming worry. My favorite is smoky quartz. So in addition to helping really calm worry, this helps to break down energy blockages, and it's very protective. It also helps to transmute energy, like it fundamentally shifts the energy to something much better. And it's been used since the Middle Ages to help prevent theft, like to protect items from theft. Wonderful too for hope in uncertain times, for flexibility of mind. If you feel like you've gotten very rigid in your thinking, this can be very helpful. And also good for chronic pain too, it's thought to be helpful for. So that is smoky quartz. Let's do that right here. There we go. So all the best to you, Lila Ray. We've got 2 good peace of mind stones. There we go. So Guy had requested peace of mind. We've got blue apatite, we've got Snowflake Obsidian. Those are my favorites for those. And intuitively, Angelite wants to come out. So let's go with that. Angelite, as the name would suggest, helps with our connection to our angels and our guides, as well as feeling that connection to source and spirit. Helpful too for helping you make the most of any sound healing experience. But in general, this is a very protective stone at a very high level. And yeah, this is definitely one that can help us find that connection to inner peace. So we will bring that in. And again, that's Angelite. So let's go ahead and put this right here and right here. Awesome. And thank you for being here. It's good to see you again. Jennifer had some requests for big picture planning. Oh, definitely picture Jasper, which is in there. Also, I'll bring in some sunstone for that. Manifesting goals, business growth, and recalibrating sleep patterns. Labradorite. So manifesting business growth, cinnabar has been used for, well, as mercury has been used for thousands of years by humans. It's not non-toxic. It is highly toxic. This is mercury we're talking about. But we've used this for thousands of years for lots of different things. And for much of that time, this has also been thought of as a good stone for businesses. This is thought to help attract customers to a business. It's like a merchant stone. Often sold today as cinnabrite, where it's just quartz with some cinnabar in it, because it is so toxic. This has less of the actual mercury in it. Only the little red dots are mercury. So I'm going to bring that in. May your business grow and thrive, mine too, and everybody else's too. For helping with sleep and sleep patterns and things, let's bring in labradorite. This definitely helps with better sleep and better quality of sleep, as well as clairvoyance, our spiritual sight. Helpful for research and study and looking through a lot of information, kind of like a needle in a haystack situation, whether you're looking to find errors or you're just being very methodically, going through and making sure everything is just so. Helpful too for workplace harmony and calming disputes. So if anyone's having trouble in the workplace, labradorite's not a bad choice. So there's labradorite. I hope you have all the best in your sleep. I've struggled with sleep issues for years. I completely understand. And also for like big picture planning, I feel like the first one I would have gone to would have been picture Jasper. And actually I was going to go with sunstone. I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go with tiger eye. This is great for big picture planning, especially for things like business planning and like business planning in like the sense of whether it's a business plan, like you're launching a new one or you're just thinking of new things for your business. It's helpful. It's also a great research and study stone. It helps with protection against envy and jealousy. It helps to bolster courage and strength while giving you a really lovely bird's eye view, a really big picture kind of stone in general. So that is tiger eye. It's a very protective stone and a very like laser focus kind of stone. So we will bring in tiger eye. And all the best for you, Jen. Let's see what we can do here. Making room. There we go. Awesome. Manifesting goals. Let's bring in the manifestation quartz. This was a gift from Jennifer Vatsa to all of us. By the way, if you want to check out Jennifer Vatsa's business, head over to Belladonna's Botanicals. Just Google that. Her store will come up. She also has some stones in addition to some really cool other stuff like oils and yeah, check out her shop. But this was a beautiful gift from her. Look at this as a quartz that can help to take what you're manifesting and really bring that energy up to the heavens and kind of send it out to the universe. Consider this like the birthday candle in the crystal grid. So everyone feel free to put your manifestations onto that. So all the best to you, Jen. Ninja 4858. Overwhelmed. No energy, some grief, and feeling stuck. Definitely the overwhelm and stuff is the zebra jasper. Energy is helped by Bumblebee Jasper, and grief is definitely jet and black onyx. And feeling stuck, definitely polychrome. There's some other ones that'll help too. Let's bring in some rutilated quartz. going to bring in... Yeah, I'm going to bring in a couple of my other stones there. Still not still. I'm the same way when I crochet. One stitch, I make rectangles, just rectangles. That's okay. You know what? You can make a granny squares. It's fun, isn't it? This is, I've heard this called the fisherman's chain, or the something fisherman. I've also heard it called a 2.5. Oh, Nurse Blair. I was thinking about you the other day, and I kind of just seeing your picture pop up is like, lots of love to you and your family. You saw me in the New Year collection on Eventbrite and cheered. Oh, I was? No wonder. Because it gives people the option to sign up for my newsletter when they sign up for one of my events. And that's how some of you have signed up for my newsletter. And all of a sudden, between New Year's and today, I'm getting like 35 people a day signing up for my newsletter through Eventbrite. And I'm like, is this because New Year's and people are looking for stuff like this? Apparently, I was featured in a collection. Thank you, T. I had no idea. I'm actually going to thank them. Thank you. Wow. So many of you found me through Eventbrite. I've been using them for years. I used them when I started my business 15 years ago. I've been using them since they were babies, and there was like 16 of them sitting in a room together, like before the first time they were bought. Oh my goodness. Thank you, everyone. Okay. So sorry about that. Back to, and yes, I will bring in a stone for environment. And also for protection and travel, we've got all the stones that help with protection and travel. So we were going to talk through, sorry, I changed the subject. For Ninja 4858, okay. So this one helps with, this is rutilated quartz, by the way. So these are rutils going through clear quartz. This helps to focus the energy of the stone to where, or any kind of healing that you're getting, to where it's most needed, and also can help bring focus to the mind. Its other lovely skill is bringing up your physical energy, especially if you're really run down, really tired, or just getting over being sick. So I hope that this helps. So that's rutilated quartz. And we will bring this in. Let's see, here and here. Hey, that worked. For environment and connection to environment and things like that, let's bring in Kambaba stone. This is actually fossilized blue-green algae. Let me show you what it looks like raw. So this helps with connection to the earth and the environment and healing the earth. Also helps with meditation, with courage, with confidence, and it helps with ancestor connection too. With plants, this can really help the health of plants and even the yield of crops. I actually have a huge piece near my indoor plants, and it helps in learning, especially foreign languages or like our ancestors' native tongue. But yeah, every kind of environmental issue this is thought to help with. So let's bring this in with the intention that bring healing to the earth and protection to those traveling through these storms. Because, whoa, I'm very grateful to be inside where it is warm and dry. And I know that not everyone has that. In fact, a lot of people don't. So I am incredibly helpful. I'm incredibly grateful for that. But thank you, Ninja. Lots of those are good there. I'm going to bring in two for you and for everyone too. I wanted to bring in blue calcite. This is one of my favorite emotional stuff hits the fan stones. This can help with like struggling with emotional pain, and with the emotional pain that you struggle to verbalize or express. Helps too with bringing healing revelations and clarity, and with decision making, especially decision making when you're really just not in the best place to be making decisions because you're very much healing. but this can be really helpful for expressing and like clearing the mind through pretty much everything you've shared with us. So let's bring in blue calcite. And I'll also bring in bloodstone. This helps lift despair and kind of provide some emotional stamina. It allows us to kind of keep going when emotionally we really feel on the ropes. Helps too with relieving self-doubt and for aiding the mind to kind of calm down, slow down, especially for things like energy work, meditation, yoga class, but just in general slowing the mind. So let's bring this in. So that is again bloodstone. Bloodstone goes by the name heliotrope in lots of the world, including the UK. So let's bring in bloodstone, aka heliotrope. There we go. And lots of love to you, Ninja4858. MC Spiritual Healer. More peace and teamwork at your workplace. Seems like there's always room for drama. It seems like there's always has to be drama for no reason. I've also been really exhausted lately. Yeah, drama will do that to you too, especially when you're really tired and people are just making reasons. It's like, why? So let's see. Definitely one to help discourage, like to create workplace harmony and discourage like squabbles and things is labradorite, which is here. But there's another one that can be really helpful for this, and it is aquamarine. Aquamarine is really helpful for body fluids, the teeth and gums, circulation, and those things. But when it comes to behavior, this helps put the kibosh on like pettiness, low vibe, immature behavior, the anti-Karen stone, if you will. It also aids in forgiveness. So we'll bring this in. And there's one more I feel like can be helpful. So that's aquamarine. That really helps ground the nonsense. But the other one, especially for a group, is Dalmatian Jasper. This helps with clearing our energy field because this has black tourmaline going through it as well, which again helps to repel negative energy. Going through Jasper like this, it helps to like deep clean everyone's energy field. And that really can help you to feel a lot lighter, a lot more at ease. It also helps to shake off any cynicism or jadedness because it's like we're giving ourselves a fresh start in a sense with these people. But it's excellent for cooperation as well as digestive issues, whether it's IBS, Crohn's, celiac like I have. It's a lovely stone for all of the above. So Dalmatian Jasper. And I hope everything gets better. I really do. Workplace drama it's just not fun. So lots of love for you, MC Spiritual Healer. Amazonite's in there. Let's bring in some Sodalite. Renee, you're in Florida. Yeah, the rain and wind were crazy there. The Panhandle got straight up tornadoes. Like, I've never heard of that. I had never heard of that. Absolutely wild. Sodalite is a great stone for unity consciousness. That's awareness of the interconnectedness of everyone and everything, and the awareness that whatever we throw out into the universe, we ultimately throw back into ourselves. So it's a very high-level crown chakra kind of stone. Definitely hits the third eye too. But yeah, that idea that we are all one. This is a stone that can help you to kind of feel that vibe and connect with it. So yeah, let's bring out some unity consciousness. For Guy, attracting soulmate, attract physical healing, attract wealth, peace, and positivity. Absolutely. Soulmate stones are all in there. We've got Moonstone, Carnelian, and Leopard Skin Jasper. Let's also bring in, for wealth, let's bring in some pyrite because we've got some citrine and some cinnabar. Pyrite helps with attracting financial abundance. This is a stone that is also known as fool's gold because it attracts the real stuff. Real pyrite is found often near real gold. It also helps the lungs, fever, energetically, very protective while also opening intuition. So especially if you're new to using your intuition, this can be really great for holding both of those spaces, opening up but being protected. Helpful too for memory and to help the body make the most of a Reiki session. So that is pyrite. And man, that wind is picking up. Wealth, peace, positivity, and physical healing. I also, so for your request for physical healing and for Little Tree who mentioned their friend maybe having to go back to the hospital, let's bring in tree agate. Tree agate is sacred in Ayurveda, which is the sister science to yoga. And this helps with bringing balance to the flow of energy in the body to support physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. But particularly on the physical level, this can help with all of the way the energy flows in our body. Many of us are probably familiar with the chakras, which is part of the Ayurvedic system. But that's like kind of the bigger parts. It goes all the way down to the tiniest nadi or channel that brings energy through the body for your physical, body to do all of the things that it needs to do. This helps to bring that into balance regardless of what's out of balance or what's needed to bring it into balance. And so it's considered like the tridoshic, like everybody healing stone. So regardless of what's going on physically, this can help bring it some support. So that is tree agate. Okay. If we get a tumble, we'll all just laugh. Okay. But I wish all the best for Little Tree's friend and for Guy and positivity in general. We will bring that in with... Let's bring in some aventurine. This helps greatly expand our vision of ourselves and our potential. Also helps allergies, eye problems, fertilities, and heart rhythms. If you struggle with, I could never do that, I'm not capable of that, that's harder than, that's something I can't do. If you find yourself saying those things a lot, aventurine is probably something to reach for. So that's aventurine. So all the best to you, Guy. Safe travels, creativity, and writing. And money manifestation because, yeah, of course. Wow, so many of you found me through Eventbrite. Thank you so much. I'm absolutely going to email Eventbrite and let them know that this conversation happened. So safe travels, we've got the good safe travel stones in. We've got tourmalinated quartz and moonstone in for safe travels. Creativity, we've got azurite and carnelian. Writing, we've got sodalite. Blue tigerite helps us with writing, public speaking, and expression, especially bold, honest, open communication, like facts over feelings kind of thing. It's also a stone that protects truth tellers. I often think of it as like the whistleblower stone. And in addition to that, yeah, we'll put that one there and that one there. It can help you with easing stress, bringing in a great sense of calm. So I hope that helps, Catherine. You're so welcome, Guy. Tree agate. We always end up complimenting everything that everyone needs. We always do. So I'm just going to get a couple more that Chris had requested that we didn't get, and then we're going to get into the healing because it's 9:27. So let's get some ruby and some. I'm going to get as many as I can. Ruby for sure. Ruby helps with courage to be yourself and also brings in tons of leadership and management skills. Superb for fibromyalgia, love, and fertility, as well as releasing fears. Helpful for stopping nightmares, making decisions, and also financial stability. So let's bring in that ruby. I know I could use some financial stability. I think everyone could. There's only a few people in the world that truly don't worry about that. And let's also bring in Herkimer. This can help with relaxation, boost manifestation, and also help to harmonize discordant energy and just kind of chill everything out. Wonderful for metabolism, intuition, and being in the present moment, which is so important always, but especially if you're manifesting anything. So let's bring in. And I think we're ready to get into the healing. So those of you who've been here before, you know how we do. I'm going to go ahead and quickly explain what Reiki is and a little bit of how it works. And then we're going to get into the healing. But to help me boost the energy of everything and help you boost the energy of the space that you're in, do me a favor, hit that like button and then go into the chat and just reflect for a moment on everything you're grateful for. And then go ahead and type it on into that chat, whatever of it that you feel comfortable sharing here. And like I said, it is a powerful way to boost the energy of where you're at. And then from there, we're going to jump into the healing. One last one I wanted to bring in was peacock ore or chalcopyrite. Very helpful for executive function, which can be impaired in cases of ADHD. In my case, PTSD, and lots of other things too. And that's like planning types of ability, like big picture thinking, organizational thinking. Also really helpful for rebirth and birth in general. So yeah, very much helpful for bringing yourself anew out of whatever you might have been through. So this is chalcopyrite or peacock ore. So go ahead with those beautiful, beautiful gratitudes. And yeah, let's get into the healing. So everyone that's here, thank you for being here, and welcome for those who are new. Again, as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name is DanielleStimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I'm so glad to have you here with me today. If you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification classes, if you want to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you want to shop my Reiki charged crystals, head over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com. It's linked in the description, as are all of my social media and my email newsletter. So yeah. So what is Reiki? Well, Reiki in Japanese means spiritually guided soul energy. And specifically, I work with what's known as Usui Reiki. It's one style of many to work with this energy. And it's called Usui Reiki because it's named after its founder, Mikao Usui, who created it in the early 1920s Japan during a time when teaching anything that was even adjacent to religion, big consequences. So this is a deeply spiritual art, yet completely secular. And I think that's why those of us in the West love it so much. To understand the concept of energy in Japan, that's relevant here. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. So to better understand the energy that the concept of energy that's at the foundation of this system, for that we're best to look at Shintoism, which is the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everyone and everything is interconnected and interlinked. And it's thought that spirit, however you would define it in this case, provides this beautiful soul-affirming, life-sustaining energy called Reiki. And that this energy is already flowing through you, me, everyone, and everything in Earth. Essentially, what I'll be doing today is using Usui's techniques to connect to that energy and sort of direct more of it to you to help support your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. It's thought that your body, mind, and spirit are already working with this energy, are familiar with it, and utilize this all day, every day to bring about the greatest healing and resilience that you can moment to moment. So as I do this session, your body is going to know exactly what to do with this energy. So you may feel some physical sensations. You may have some emotions come up or be released. You may mentally be able to think some things through clearly, or hear your subconscious. You may also get some clarity, intuition, or insights, and you may have a lovely healing nap. And isn't that amazing? No matter how it impacts you, it's exactly the right way. It's meant to connect with you today. And what do you do to make the most of it? Well, all you need to do to receive Reiki is be open to it. And by being here, you already are. So you don't have to focus on anything, and you don't have to keep your mind silent. If you want to, I usually recommend that you just find a place that's comfortable and calm, and just lay down or sit, close your eyes, and just allow the Reiki to flow. But you can also like move around, get a cup of tea, stretch, do some yoga, journal, play some music. Whatever you do during this session is perfectly for you. There's no wrong way to enjoy your Reiki session. I will send this Reiki to all of you for 25 minutes, during which time I'll turn the lights down. You'll notice that they move slowly and gently from one color to the next. At no point will they flash or strobe. And I'll turn the music up. If you like our musical creator, she's linked at the bottom of the description below. And yeah, at the end of the 25-minute session, you'll hear my voice come back. I'll invite you to come back to the room, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you have, or hear any impressions that you had during the session. I'm here live 5 times a week, same days, same times, every single week. You can always drop in and take part in this live. Also, if you need some Reiki and I'm not live, check out the Past Healing live stream playlist. It's all of our past live streams. And the thing about Reiki is it's not limited to our human limitations. I can only be in one place at one time. The Reiki is everywhere all the time. So whenever you're watching this or any other of my videos, you're going to feel the Reiki just the same. So yeah, enjoy it whenever you need it. It's there, and I'm so happy to have you here with me. Thank you for all of your intentions and for inspiring this beautiful grid that we have to look at tonight. Thank you. And at any point during the session, if you feel like you want to go a little deeper, or if you get distracted, just take a deep breath in and out. The Reiki will continue to flow, and everything will be great. If you fall asleep and wake up, that's fine too. Also, just wanted to note one last time, I'm in Philadelphia. We are getting walloped by this storm. And so if for any reason the stream just poof disappears, it's probably the storm. So no stress. I'll still send Reiki. You can still stay where you are. But yeah, just putting that out there. So thank you so much for being here. Let's head on back to the crystals and take it from there. Ooh, pretty, pretty. Let's, looking a little lopsided. Let's move this here and that here. And there we go. I think we are good. Thank you, everyone, for helping make this stream everything that it is. I really appreciate all of you so, so much. Please do. Oh, hey, Sister Sheba. Aw, nice. Lee Nico, good to see you. Lots of love, everyone. Aw, Susan. Lots of love to you. You're in my heart. Absolutely. So everyone go ahead, get nice and comfy. I'm going to send this healing to you. I'll see y'all in 25 minutes. And if you don't make it that long and you end up turning in before then, lots of love to you. Be well and safe wherever you are. Enjoy your session, and I'll see you in 25 minutes. I invite you now to come back to your body. Take a deep breath in and out at your own pace. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions or anything to share, go ahead and put those in the chat. You're welcome, Catherine. You have a great week too. Oh, do you want to come back up now? Both cats were on my lap the whole time. That's beautiful, Ninja 4858. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Lila Ray. Lots of love to you and to your son. You're welcome, T and Sue and Greg. You're so welcome. Lots of love. I'm so sorry. I've got my necklace with oh, hey, Heart. Yeah, you have power. Okay, good. I actually have right here the necklace that I have with some of my cat's ashes. I throw it on every so often when it feels right. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you like that music. This time I actually do know the name of the song from Cyndi Lauper. That was called Balance. That one's called Balance. And you can buy that on her website. It's linked at the bottom of the description. I choose her music because I can, by buying it, I'm actually able, like she has a licensing agreement where I can actually use it on a live stream, which is rare. So I'm happy to purchase music from an actual musician rather than something that somebody has quickly made up on their phone and uploaded kind of thing. It's really beautiful. Oh, I'm glad that your power's back on, Patty. Oh, Sue, that's beautiful. I've seen some beautiful techniques for making pet hair clippings into like different jewelry and things. And I'm so glad you enjoyed, Renee. Thank you. Lovely having you here. Yeah, I hope everyone stays well too. Well, with that, I'm going to go ahead and bring the stream to a close with an abundance of gratitude. So grateful for all of you. Bhavini, I'm so glad this was helpful. All the best for you to feel better ASAP. My next stream is tomorrow, Wednesday at 4 p.m. East Coast US time. So feel free to join anytime, everyone. And I usually put the streams up early so that if you can't quite make the stream, you can log into it early and at least put it in the chat ahead of the live stream what your intentions are. That's fine too. You're so welcome, Danielle. Needle felting too. Yeah, where I brought my cats, where I brought my cat to be cremated, they actually gave me a paw print of hers, which was lovely. So I have that too. And I still have the rest of her cremains, like in an urn. Yeah. All right. Well, everyone, thank you all so much. Be safe out there. Sleep well. Feel better. I hope everybody's tomorrow is a lot better than today was. And I hope to see you all soon. Thank you so much for being here. Take care and bye for now.